Aries is not born quietly. Aries arrives like thunder. The first sign of the zodiac is not a whisper, but a war cry. Imagine the silence before existence, then a spark that rips it open. That spark is Aries, raw fire, pure will, the undeniable scream of "I exist." This is why Aries is called the pioneer. They are the beginning. They are the ignition. Without them, nothing moves. Without them, the zodiac is a circle with no spark to turn it. Aries is the matchstick, the explosion, the battering ram through the door of existence. Aries is ruled by Mars, not the philosopher's planet, not the dreamer's planet, but the red planet of blood, survival, lust, and war. Mars energy is not about waiting, it's about striking. It is instinct sharpened into action. That is what pumps through the Aries bloodstream. It's not patience, it's not strategy. It's the surge of adrenaline that says, move now. And that is why Aries is the most impatient of all signs. They do not tolerate hesitation. They do not understand delay. If life is a race, Aries is already running while the rest are still tying their shoes. They'd rather crash headfirst than stand still. For Aries, stillness feels like death. But beneath the warrior's armor lies the child. Because Aries is the first sign, it is also the infant of the zodiac. Innocent, selfish, pure, demanding. Aries is the toddler holding a sword. Fearless, curious, explosive. They love with the same intensity they fight with. They throw tantrums with the same passion they defend loved ones. This duality is what makes them magnetic, the unstoppable energy of a fighter, and the unfiltered honesty of a child. Aries does not fake. They cannot. If they love you, you'll feel it like fire on your skin. If they hate you, you'll feel the cut of their words. They will not hide their feelings behind diplomacy. Ask an Aries what they think of you, and you will hear the truth. Uncoated, unpolished, sometimes unbearable. Their truth is a blade. They believe clarity is love, even when it leaves scars. But the fire that powers them also consumes them. Aries often lives on chaos. If peace lasts too long, they will invent conflict just to stay alive. They need sparks, battles, challenges. They need something to conquer. Without a fight, they feel empty. And so they burn bridges, sometimes without meaning to, just to watch the flames and remind themselves they still have power. Aries' greatest fear is being invisible. That's the wound they never admit. All their boldness, their noise, their bravery, it is often armor covering the terror that they could be forgotten. They crave recognition, not for vanity, but for survival. To be unseen feels like death to Aries, so they roar louder, push harder, shine brighter. This is the paradox of Aries. They are the protector and the destroyer. They are the flame that lights the path and the flame that burns it down. They are life's announcement, raw, unfiltered existence bursting into the void. That is the ignition of Aries, the birth of fire. But every fire casts a shadow, and Aries' shadow is darker, louder, and far more destructive than most dare to admit. Every Aries burns with intensity, but intensity is a double-edged sword. The same flame that makes them pioneers can make them tyrants. The same courage that drives them forward can drag everyone else into chaos. Impulsiveness. Aries does not wait. Waiting is death. They leap before looking, they strike before thinking. This can make them heroes when bravery is needed, but disasters when restraint is wiser. An Aries will quit a job on a whim, confess love too soon, punch a wall instead of having a conversation. Their instinct is movement. Consequences come later, if at all. The ego. The Aries ego is a fragile god. They want to be seen as strong, independent, unstoppable, yet criticism cuts them deeper than they admit. They act like insults bounce off, but in truth, Aries will replay harsh words in their head like wounds that won't close. Their pride is armor, but it is thin. Anger. The Aries temper is legendary. It does not simmer, it explodes. One wrong word, one disrespect, and the fire is unleashed. They shout, they slam doors, they throw punches, they burn bridges. The good news? Aries also cools quickly. Their rage burns bright and fast. And once the flame is out, they often wonder what the fight was even about. But the destruction remains long after the apology. Chaos addiction. Here is a truth most won't say. Aries craves conflict. Peace feels unnatural to them. They thrive on challenge, tension, struggle. If life is too quiet, they will create storms, not always consciously, but inevitably. They will provoke, test, stir, just to feel alive again. It is not malice. It is hunger, loneliness. Aries pushes people away without meaning to. Their blunt honesty, their restlessness, their self-focus, it can leave them isolated. Deep down, they fear abandonment, yet their actions sometimes guarantee it. Many Aries live in a cycle of craving closeness, but driving it away with their intensity. Love. Aries loves hard, fast, and recklessly. They fall in love like fire catching dry grass, sudden, unstoppable, consuming. They give everything until boredom creeps in. Then the flame flickers. Aries must constantly be fed excitement, or their passion dies. They crave intensity, not romance. Lust, not flowers. If it is not raw and alive, they lose interest. They are also fiercely jealous, not because they don't trust, but because they cannot stand the thought of being replaced. Friendship and loyalty. As friends, Aries are both blessings and curses. They will fight for you with everything they have. They will defend you like family. But they will also insult you to your face, sometimes without realizing the damage. They are brutally honest, fiercely protective, and easily bored. If you keep them entertained, you have a friend for life. If not, they may drift. Aries' enemy. Do not make an Aries your enemy. They do not forget slights. They may forgive quickly in words, but in action, the memory lingers. They are direct fighters. They will not scheme behind your back. They will charge at your front. If they can't win, they will still fight. An Aries defeated is an Aries planning their next strike. Work and money. In career, Aries excels where action is needed. Entrepreneurs, leaders, soldiers, performers. They thrive in chaos and competition, but they struggle with repetition, patience, and long-term maintenance. They are the firestarter, not the builder. They make money fast and spend it fast. Planning for the future bores them. They live for the thrill of now, the inner war. The greatest battle Aries faces is not with others but with themselves. They are wired for war, even when no enemy exists. They fight shadows. They fight boredom. They fight their own fears. Sometimes they fight the very people they love. Their fire is their weapon, but also their prison. This is the shadow of Aries. Not evil, not cruel, but destructive if left unchecked. It is the fire that burns the hand that wields it. Aries does not stay the same through life. The fire changes form. The child with the sword becomes the warrior with scars, and eventually, the elder who still carries sparks in their eyes. Aries, aging backwards. Unlike most signs, Aries grows more childlike with age. When young, they are serious about proving themselves. They want to conquer, to be seen, to make noise. But as they grow older, something softens. They laugh more. They play more. They become goofier, lighter, less concerned with appearances. Aries in old age is often more fun than Aries in youth. Redemption arc. If Aries survives their own chaos, they learn to channel fire into leadership. They discover that true power is not burning everything, but choosing when to ignite. A mature Aries is unstoppable, decisive, brave, inspiring, but tempered with wisdom. They still burn, but they know when to control the flame. Spirituality. Spiritually, Aries often struggles. Stillness is hard for them. Meditation feels unnatural. But when they do find a path, it transforms them. Their restless energy becomes drive for growth. Their battles turn inward, toward discipline and mastery. When Aries fights themselves and wins, they become enlightened warriors. Legacy of fire. Aries' legacy is not peace. It is not stability. It is ignition. They start revolutions, movements, relationships, wars, and dreams. They are not the ones who maintain, but the ones who begin. Their gift to the world is momentum. Without them, nothing would start. Closing metaphor. Aries is the match. Small, fragile, easily extinguished, yet capable of setting entire worlds aflame. Handle with care or burn with them. Love them, and they will light up your life. Betray them, and you will feel the fire consume you. That is Aries, the warrior child, the flame that gives life, and the flame that takes it away. The first cry of the Zodiac, and the eternal fire that keeps it moving.